So, we're here today. Abbott Almighty.
It's good to be here, man. It's good to be here. It's
Right.
good to get some recognition.
How you feeling today, man?
Uh, April's a rough month for me, man. And I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So, that's fair.
We'll get into those details a little later. But, so, Abbott Almighty, where'd you come up with that?
Because everybody hates the messenger. That's what it is, and I could use my real name.
Yeah.
I could use my real name, but people hate the message, so they hate the messenger. Most of the time, they hate the messenger so much. Who gives a fuck about the message? Who cares what he talking about? I don't like him. He ain't gonna say shit that's gonna make sense to me because I don't like him.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
if I relay the message as if if I relay the message basically third party per se, it'll get more recognition than if I just told somebody something. People don't like me because I'm straightforward. No matter what name you get from me, I'm straightforward, to the point. What I feel in my heart exits my mouth. I don't like to sugarcoat things. I don't like people to be left. And what if I would have said this? What if I would have said, hell no. I'm saying it. We all on borrowed time, and we don't know how much time we borrowed. And I don't want to feel like I'm not giving everything that I'm supposed to be giving to the people that are asking me something, or the people that listen to me. It's a shame that I have to give them the information that I want to just sit down and intimately give them that information myself. But sometimes I have to give it to them as if I'm somebody else. So I have a writer's moniker, basically, just for reasons like that. Because people will listen more if they think I'm hearing it, and I'm basically doing it word of mouth versus me just telling them.
I understand that. You said writing. You're also an author, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep. I'm actually working on. I procrastinate a lot because I get so excited about things and I start doing them and I go. Then I crash into a wall. Don't finish it. I've been writing a book for 10 years, and it's based off my 4 years in high school. Most of the population went to high school, but it was just a lot of pivotal things happened through there, and I was really realizing who I was to become as a man. Soon as I walked into high school, I started realizing what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, and what I was going to do to be it, because I had a trivial upbringing. Like, when people hear everything that I've been through growing up, they don't even believe the person that they're seeing went through all that. But, I determine what is gonna happen, and I base that off of things that happened are not gonna determine what happens next, period. Not for me. I'm gonna make changes. I'm gonna make choices, and that's what I gotta do.
Now that you rolled around to that, speaking on your growing up, how'd you grow up? Can we go into that a bit?
Yeah, of course. I grew up. Oh man, I was a.
Where'd you grow up? Where'd you grow up?
Oh man, everywhere and nowhere. I'm from Chicago, and I grew up a little bit there, and then we moved to a place called Rock Island, and it sounds super cool, just like having the island in it. It's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but it's nothing. It's nothing special. The most special thing about Rock Island is the people. The setting is not that. The people, they make it worthwhile. But it's nothing to do there. And I mean things like the only things, there's just the regular things you could do anywhere. Drink, smoke, sex. That's basically all you can really do there. And like when you got kids and you want to take your kids to places, like our museum doesn't update as much, so you've been there once, you've been there every other time in the future. The exhibits don't change often enough to keep kids excited, and they're just now starting to develop things, because like once your kids get a certain age, it's absolutely nothing for them to do there. It's either stuff to do for very small kids, 3 to 5, or that's for 3 to 5, 6, I say 3 to about 12. After that, for teenagers, it's absolutely nothing to do except start experimenting, doing adult things.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, damn. Now I sit and think about it. It really ain't jack shit to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. But you know, it's all about choices because you know I was a preteen and a teenager there too, and I found things to do. Yep, drinking was one of them, smoking was one of them. But you know, things like that. You know, I guess it's kind of superficial for me to say that everyone's gonna do it, but you know, I definitely did, and I didn't let it hinder me from what I was to become. But I definitely did.
So how'd you feel about the marijuana laws changing in Illinois?
It's about time. It's about time. You know, but it's Illinois. You know, they're gonna find a way to get. We need money. Illinois is broke. It's Billinois. Period. The bills are higher in Illinois. It's Billinois. Period. They was like, I guarantee you, Illinois was gonna make it legal at least just in that state. They're like, wait a minute, hold on. People are gonna smoke it, and depending on the circumstances and the quality, they're gonna pay damn near no matter what they get. We need to get our hands in it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get our hands in it. I'm like, they want the money. Greediest people on the planet isn't just the rich. It's the politicians.
Yeah.
It is the politicians. Those are the greediest people ever.
The government.
And I'm like, man, because they got their hand in no matter what. Like if you were selling weed before they even make it legal, maybe they still doing it now. They would tax on, like amongst all the other charges you get, you know, they would be charging you for like tax evasion and shit like that. Because they wasn't making money off you illegally selling drugs.
Yeah, you get locked up. You get a drug tax stamp. I'm like,
I damn near be in cuffs. I'm like, hold on, wait, hold on. I got y'all cut in my pocket. I just won't re-up. Like, let me out of here. I can do this.
That is funny. I used to see that on people's stuff on the website.
Yeah, and it would almost sound like you'd be like, oh wow, they was in some super big shit. Because you read their charge, you like, damn, they did what? So and so. It sound much more intimidating than it is. And really, they was just selling weed and wasn't and the government wasn't getting they cut it. This is my cut. You arrest me for selling weed and be like, wait a minute, I blew the smoke in the air. You could have took a deep breath at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have had some.
Yeah,
I was giving back to the environment. You know, I took the seeds and flicked them in the yard. Whatever grew, you could have came and got them. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Illinois is just crazy. The world is crazy. And it's about time because I know some really good people. And then for them to just come and just be like, okay, let's legalize it. And be like, okay, so you don't think that people already was like, weed is helping me with my headaches. Weed is helping me to calm down. All of these benefits that weed was doing when it was considered a super illegal drug and dangerous. Now somebody's sitting with their legs crossed with a PhD telling us like, this is what you need. And then, this is what's so crazy. You can legally get it long as you pay a doctor $430 some to write you a script. Like, are you getting headaches? Of course I'm getting headaches. Who's gonna prove you got a headache? That's like back pain. Like, who can say you not having back pain? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's that. You got chronic pain. Now you can get chronic legally. And I'm not against it. I'm like, shoot. I personally don't smoke weed myself, but I'm not against it. I know a lot of people who have smoked weed. I know a lot of people who smoke weed. It doesn't bother me one bit. And the main reason that I don't do it is because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. Got my hands in something. I ain't worth a damn when I'm smoking weed. I'm not worth nothing. I'm telling you, it's over.
That's how I be feeling.
I'm done.
Too.
I'm through. I can't do that. Because then it'll be just my luck. I smoke some weed. Somebody be like, hey, help me come do. They got a bulleted list of shit.
You like, wait a minute, you
like,
want me to do what? No, I'm cool, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely be like, you know what? I'm going to send you an email on how to do it yourself. I'm not even going to do that. If I can't talk to text it in the email, we're done. I'm finna let you down. If I smoke some weed, I'm gonna just tell the people that I'm with, like, yeah, I'm finna let all y'all down if y'all need me. Like, I'm through. It's nothing.
So, Mr. Abbott Almighty.
Yes.
So. Everybody wants to know. So, what's your dating game? What's your dating life like?
It is non-existent.
Who are you seeing these days?
My-
Anyone in particular you want to give a shout out to, Mr. Abbott?
Well, I'm right-handed, so and it's been really good to me. It's kind of calloused. That's who I'm dating now. It's like the safest bet now.
God.
It's always gonna be there. It answers the phone.
Golly, answer that.
Like dating is it's something because, like, it's kind of played out to a lot of the women and that's just and it just turns out to I'm guilty of it. The error in my ways is that from a distance I'll see a woman and see all of the characteristics that I like on her physically, and then get to talking to her, and then you can't expect somebody to be perfect. I'm super far from it, and still 99% close too. But I'm you can see it from a distance and everything is matching up, and then you see faults in her and her personality and stuff like that, but you're just so perplexed by the outside, and you just like, I can work on that. We can work on that. And then then too late down the line, you like, this shit ain't working out. I'm emotionally invested. She knows it, and now she wants to take my feelings and use them against me. And then I'm like, it's time to shut down.
So, what do you think about having sex with someone on the first day you meet them? What are your stances on that?
At this point, with everything going on with Corona and stay home and this and that, if you're taking the risk to spend some time with somebody, you might as well. You might as well. Like you got to fast forward everything. Shoot, 6 hours in, hey, we're in love. And I think that I'm finna drop my slacks, and you can remove your yoga pants, because definitely those are getting worn. Like, who's not wearing it? What woman is not wearing it? You can remove your yoga pants, and we're just gonna fast forward to it and get right to it, because again, we don't borrow time, and shoot.
How long would you deal with an individual after that?
After a sexual encounter?
Yeah.
It depends. It definitely depends. It definitely depends. Like, of course, on the first sexual encounter, you're probably not going to go all the way and let out all your tricks out of the bag. Depending on the person, if you want them to come back, you're not going to. You got to give them something worth coming, because you've already given them the sex, and sometimes that's just the bare minimum. You gave me that, so now I'm out of here. But if you give them wanting more and stuff like that, it depends. It depends. If the woman leaves me. If the woman leaves me intellectually starved, I'm coming back. If she intrigues my mind as well as an erection, I'm back. I'm replying to text messages. I'm the DM. I'm in there. I'm there. I want to know, because if you can arouse my mind as well as my loins, I need you.
So, with the city, everything being shut down, you barely could do. The only thing you can do out here nowadays is really stand out. You probably go outside do a drive or something. It really ain't nothing to do.
Yeah, that's about all you can do.
How do you feel about everything that's happening now? The shutdowns, the coronavirus, but just like, what? Is there any light you can shed on it for us?
For me, I feel that I trade stocks and stuff like that too, and I'm actually in the market. I'm in the middle of a trade and got my fingers crossed and shit like that. I feel like with everything that's going on, now is the time to, because now you can't use your actions. So the survivors are the ones that's really surviving now. Those that were able to use their mind and their hearts, those are the ones that's surviving now. Now I hate to say, like, and my heart goes out to the losses due to coronavirus, or someone who's dealing with it right now. My heart goes out to them. But the people who just counted on just being around someone, now you can't just be around someone. So now you got to use your words to express your feelings and stuff like that. Now is the time to pick up that phone and tell someone that you love them and you care for them, whether it's a significant other, brother, sister, mother. Now is the time to do that, because no one's immune. We're all susceptible to it. So now is the time to let people know, and then you can't be around them, so now you got to use your words to do it. So now the people that have a hard time expressing their feelings, you're severely challenged to express your feelings now, because you can't go show someone your feelings. You can't tell someone, like, I can show you better than I can tell you. How? With what? There's no outlet to do that now. Now you got to tell a person.
Yeah. Now
it's time to step outside the box and really show people that you care for them, because, time is the most precious commodity that you cannot create.
What are some of your favorite foods?
Free. That's my favorite food. Free.
Yeah, man.
Nobody say, "Oh, I cooked," before the phone hangs up. Because I'm hanging up. I'm rushing. I need to be there. But pinto beans and rice and something fried hard. Like, you give me a fried piece of chicken hard or fried pork chop. Pinto beans and rice with the Chicago style hot jardinera peppers on them. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to make some. Yeah, that's one of my favorite foods. I did mention free food. Oh shit, I'm hungry.
Man, so let's get to, we got a little relationships. Or are you dating? You're not seeing anybody like in particular, right? So you're single.
No, yeah. I'm single with like a bunch of letters. Single. I'm single 10x, and a part of that is, I lost my daughter last year.
That's what I was actually going to get into. I want to get into your children. Go ahead.
Yeah, I lost my daughter last year in October on the 11th, and the situation with her conception and stuff, like her being conceived and all that wasn't ideal, but I definitely dealt with it, because I definitely didn't want her to not know who I was, and I definitely was not gonna not be in her life. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
But she passed away due to SIDS, and emotionally, part of me is just not available. And I do carry a lot of emotional baggage due to that, and I don't think that that's fair to put that upon someone else. Like, you have to heal yourself first before because you can't expect someone to heal you. You got to heal yourself first before you do that. Now, I do occasionally go on dates, and well, not recently because you can't go nowhere, but I have I've shared emotional availability, should I say, with someone, but it just wasn't there. A lot of times, it's the craziest thing ever. Now, I had a few women tell me, like, I'm too good for them, and I'm just like, what is so special about me? I'm like, I'm okay looking, and I can take care of myself, and make, but I don't. What is going on? But that is just, and I've tried to fight through that, but now you just gotta believe them. If somebody tell you that you're too good for them, they know them better than you will ever know them. You just gotta believe them, and cut your ties with that. Because I've tried to do that, and sometimes they have real low self-esteem, and then it is. Can I say the N-word?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Shit, man, it is niggas out here that's out here breaking women's heart. Purposely. It is niggas out here who don't want to do shit for themselves. They want to see everything that they can get from a woman and just be like, I'm cool with that. So then when a woman gets with a man who completely takes care of himself 100%, that kind of upsets them, because they're used to a certain angle of being in a position of power, because that's pretty much what it is, being in a position of power. Get upset with you get out. You can't drive my car, or this and that. And then it's crazy because, men want to be celebrated for having their own car or having their own place. Like, nigga, That shit is normal. That shit is regular. You're supposed to be doing that. Like shit, what the fuck? What are you doing? You ain't even trying to get your next dollar. You worried about who you can get the dollar from and not thinking that you should be getting the dollars for you. Cause once she cut you off, then where the dollars come from? You ain't got no plan to get no money on your own. I was talking to someone and she would always like, and there would be disagreements. There's gonna be disagreements, but her main thing would be, she would be like, before it would get to the point where I'm just be like, I'm gonna go home. She would be upset, like, oh well, why you want to do that? And be like, cause we're arguing. I ain't even with all that arguing shit. I'm not. I'm super easy to please because I tell it like it is. I'm like, shoot, you ask me, you want to know the truth, ask me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. I'm not, and that's me caring for you the most, giving you the hard truth. I'm getting better at softening the edges when I talk to my son and tell him things. I'm getting better at doing that, But like adults, like come on. Like I see them doing foolish things and running in circles and complaining. Like you get people on Facebook complaining about the person they're in a relationship with, and then before the circle ends, they right back at the beginning, still with them, and then that circle completes itself. They complaining about them again. Right back up here. Okay, I understand there's going to be disagreements in a relationship. You either work through them or you leave. And if you're going to work through them, it doesn't need to become a spectacle for everyone else. Everybody don't need to know your problems in your relationship. And then if you constantly talking about your problems every day, because it's every day I see this shit, you constantly talking about your problems every single day, you expect them, and then at that point, you want them. If shit get right, you already like, oh, me and him ain't arguing or something like that. He's seeing somebody else. She's seeing somebody else. I'm seeing that too. You like, oh, you acting funny today. Why? Because we ain't arguing. Like, what? I was talking to someone and, it would be like that. And I'd just be like, I'm done entertaining things that I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to be arguing like that. Not at all.
So what's next for you?
Wow, that blows. I was actually casted in a show that a spinoff of like Chicago PD, and it was called Average Joe, but due to the coronavirus and everything, they canceled filming indefinitely. So yeah. I'm like, because I was like, I had took some time, like, was really like, I'm gonna take some time off work for this because I want to be in movies and and I've always been told that I had that like personality that just like, I try to keep positivity around, and then I'm relative. Like I can mesh with any group around, and that brings that situation where I've been around people and they be like, you talk like that shit pisses me off. You mean to tell me that because we're black, we can't educate ourselves? Yes, that's crazy. That is so crazy. Like, and that people really think like that, and they fail to realize they're holding the weights that hold them down, that stimulates their stupidity. They're holding the weights. You're holding yourself down by thinking like that. Like, I can never talk like that because I'm black. Like, that's crazy. There's black doctors. There's black engineers. There's black intelligent people. Like, now, you chose not to be one. That's on you. But just because you are not white doesn't mean that you cannot be smart. Especially now in this time. You can't do shit else. Now would be the time to be trying to educate yourself. And then now you can educate yourself at your own pace. You ain't in the classroom where you got to raise your hand and fear of getting the answer wrong and people laughing or thinking anything. You on your own. You could be learning at your own pace and anything you wanted to do. And motherfuckers is choosing to not do that. And I just don't know why. I do not know why. I do not know why. And that's been like a I used to hear that all the time. I used to hear that in like junior high. I'm like, so people were starting out that young thinking that they would never be able to be smart as a white person. Ain't that crazy? We in 7th and 8th grade, and niggas is already thinking that they'll never be smart as a white person. That's preposterous. Like, I'm just like, oh my goodness.
That is crazy.
And I knew then, I'm like, I can't be kicking it with these niggas. Like, the company you keep starts turning to be your relief. Those be the people you start turning to for advice. You want advice from a motherfucker who think he or she would never be as smart as a white person? It's crazy when you hear white people say that, a person talks black. Like, what is that?
You talk like you
black. You talk black.
I know you black.
I've been playing the game online and been playing the game, and somebody be like, hey, are you black? You're like, what? What difference does that make? I just got shot in the head with a gun in the game. What difference would it make if I'm black? Would you want to shoot me more? Do you no longer want to be on teams with me now? Like, what is that? Oh, because you kind of sound white. Ain't that crazy? And before I even got frustrated, I asked, like, are you white? They're like, oh, yeah, bro. I'm like, so that's cool now. I'm like, this shit is crazy, man. I'm seeing some alcohol over here. Is it cool if I have some?
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me get some. Cause I'm like, man, that shit is crazy.
Get you some.
There's a shot glass right here. I damn near could see my name on it. It's glowing and shit. Damn. Now let's get to the real me though. That's perfect. I write a lot of quotes and put them on my personal Facebook. Oh, thanks. Woo. Oh, I only got 2 inches of clear liquid. It's a problem now. Yeah, I write a lot of quotes and put them on my personal Facebook, and there's a lot of people who don't know.
Where can they find you at?
Of course, on social media, Facebook. My name on Facebook is Cortez Senior, and that's because my son is a junior. So, that'll alleviate that. And I'm probably gonna have a lot of people who don't follow me anymore or don't share my posts anymore. Now that they know that I'm Abbott Almighty, like that's not another person. That's probably another personality of mine. But I don't know. I might have a different personality after this. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, so inches of liquid. You might.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell us you ain't got any more gems for us? One thing you want the people to know. Something about you.
Things I want the people to know is that I dabble in the quotes that I make. They're not directed towards any one person. Like, I don't write quotes directed towards any one person. I could be anywhere. I'm on my computer trading stocks, and thoughts come into my head, and I'm like, hold on, and I go write it and put it. I put my thoughts into words and post it on Facebook. Like I do that because that's what I want. And it's positivity. Like, I definitely want, it's positivity and productivity too. I want people to see that, and take something from those. I do too. I take it. Sometimes I have the thoughts and I'm not even following the direction of the thoughts myself. So when I write them down and post them to Facebook, then I start believing it. Then I read it and it makes sense to me, and then I'm like, I need to do that too. I need to take my own advice. So when I write it down and I post it, I try to make sure that I'm taking my own advice. And that's why in relationships, I'm not in one, because I don't think I can be right now. I don't think that I can be what I expect. And that's not fair to the other person, because I'm going to expect things that I know I can't be because of my emotional unavailability. So, but then when you say that to women, you know what that sounds like? A lot of the women, and this is why I'm like, I gotta completely remold what my ideal woman is, because when I say that, the women that I've reached out to or tried to talk to, they be like, oh, you just want to fuck. Okay. I want to do that too, but what we gonna do tomorrow? What we gonna do the next day?
Yeah, but
What if I want to fuck you for 77 Thursdays? So be it. Like, yes, I want to fuck you, of course. But I also want to do everything else with you too. I want to share your time. I want to share. We can be as close. You can breathe in the air, I breathe out. I'm kind of like, I hate that cliche word clingy, but I want your time. Your time is so valuable. So when you give it to me, I want to make sure that I'm making the most of it, because I know it could be another nigga that like that. Yeah. Niggas make themselves available like that. Woman could not text you for months. She send you 3 characters. Yo ass gone. H-E-Y. You gone. You're somebody you ain't talked to for months. They send you, hey, woo, hey, what's up? What you want? Immediately. I know that, as I've fallen for it. Not even knowing that, because sometimes when you get that message from somebody you ain't talked to for a while, when you read them words, you start thinking about all the things you've done with them, and you be like, damn, I've been missing this motherfucker. I've been longing for this person's attention. I've been longing for this person's touch. I've been longing for this person's time. Shit, I know that. And then, like, to be realistic, it be niggas that look better than me that's still fiending, wishing, hoping that they get that text message from somebody. It be niggas them niggas that take their hair off, and niggas got the doo-wop, the wop-bop-a-loo-bop hairstyles and super fly clothes, and they ain't got the woman that they really want. They waiting for a reply. They got all the text messages sent. All them text messages on the right side of their phone. Ain't shit coming in on the left side. They ain't getting no replies, but they sending them out. Guaranteed. Shit. Like I said, I'm one of them. I've had a couple of text message threads with all the right side populated. Ain't shit coming in on the left side.
Yeah, we all, man.
Shit, shit. And that's another thing. I'm like, shit, I don't want somebody that wanna deal with me when it's convenient for them. I know people have things going on, and I know people who have things going on, and they got, shit they gotta do, but a text message, 2 characters, H-I. If you didn't reply, you just sent me that just let me know. Cause it's so easy to do, but that just let me know that I was there. Out of the 100,000 thoughts, the average mind has over 700,000 thoughts that come through in a 24-hour period.